Hello.
Well folks, welcome to Taipei International Airport here in Taiwan. Yes, a flight review coming up for you. China Airlines, business class, Taipei to Melbourne. Let's do it. Yes folks, the end of a big trip. Well, not a big trip, but a 3-week trip, and big in terms of all the stuff that I've managed to see and do in a small space of time. And it's my first time on China Airlines. I've heard really good things, especially about their business class. I made my way here to the airport. The airport is reasonably easy to access straight from Taipei Station. There is an express train. There are other slower trains, there are buses, there's so much. So I'm here, just got a bit under 4 hours before my flight. I didn't really know what else to do, to be honest. The day came to an end, and yeah, here I am. I thought I'd check in and see what the lounge is like, and I've just done a quick repack. I got everything I need for the flight, so let's see how it goes. Here we are. China Airlines, business class over there, premium business class. We're going to check in. Business class. This probably be my only business class flight this year. Hi, how are you? Well, here's departures. There's the desk where I checked in. As you can see, it's very difficult. I don't know if you notice, every time you get to an airport super duper early, right? It's like, I don't even know why I bothered. I'm going to be through security and there's still going to be 4.5 hours to go. Maybe you want to have a look at this ceiling here at Taipei Airport before we head through to departures. Okay, took about 5 minutes to get through everything there. Here's a little look at the duty-free offerings here at the airport. Pretty much what you'd expect, I guess. But we do have an airport lounge, and I think there's a very good chance I'm going to spend most of my... I'm going to spend probably 3 hours there, so hopefully it's alright. We'll see. Some interesting displays. I don't know if you've been following this trip, but it's been a very pink trip. I'm just saying that now. Quite a pink trip. A lot of pink everywhere I went. Well, I tell you what, if you're after Chanel, you're in the right place. D5, gate D5. There's a food court up there. Food court has Moss Burger, for example. Here's your eating options here. Noodle place. Godiva does coffee drinks, fancy coffee drinks. Got a Thai restaurant. Got a bar. Starbucks, of course. Now this is Terminal 2. I believe possibly the China Airlines mostly operate from Terminal 1. But I don't know if this is the newer terminal. Now our gate is behind us, but we are heading this way for the lounge. It's a lot of shopping, not a lot in the way of food. Well, here we go, folks. China Airways Lounge.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Here's something you don't get at every restaurant or every lounge, smoked pig ears. Fair selection of drinks. Okay folks, well, I've got beef noodles, Taiwan style. I've got Kyoto pork. I've got a roll for balance. Double checked. They're all good for allergies, touch wood. And just here, just a little bit of pig ear. Followers of the vlog will know that I generally don't try a lot of adventurous food, but I don't know why, but I'm doing it. Pig's ear. It genuinely does taste a bit like pig, like pork, ham. Now don't go thinking I'm going to start, you know, trying cockroaches and spiders and other arachnids. No sir. But when in Taiwan, we'll be leaving the oasis of the lounge in just a few minutes, but we've just had an announcement that boarding's been put back from 10:50 to 11:10, so got another 20 minutes up our sleeve. Today's flight was booked with a Qantas frequent flyer points. Never actually paid for a business class flight in my life, but I think you can actually get pretty good business class deals on China Airlines, which is great if you're flying from Australia. Total number of points was 75,000 points from Taipei to Melbourne. We're doing, I think it's about just over 9-hour flight, maybe 9 to 9.5 hours. The distance is, look, I just checked online, it says it's about 7,400 kilometres, maybe just a little bit more, we'll see. I'm expecting a flight time of between 9 and 9.5 hours, and I guess we're not that far away from boarding the A350, is what it will be, an A350-900 I think, and seeing what the layout is like inside. I hear it's very nice. Very nice. Also, I didn't show you obviously, but they did have showers in there and decent lavatory services. So I think we're heading to D5, I believe. We'll see what's going on there. People are lining up, possibly for no reason at all. Thank you. Boarding time change now, 11:15, due to ground operations. That's it, right there. There we be. We are leaving in the middle of the night, but it does mean we'll at least arrive in daytime. So there might be something for us to see after a few hours of flying. It's about 11:25.
Full lines boarding for you. Melbourne, Australia. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. This is the last time I returned to Australia. We had a 3-hour delay. I'm starting to get a bit worried. We're on seat 10A, folks. 10A because I'm tenacious. Oh, that didn't make any sense.
Welcome, sir.
10A. Here we are. 121. Well, folks, I was first cab off the ranks. This is seat 10A, but there is no 1 to 9. So, yeah. A350. You've got to love it. Folks, we've started with a small drink of guava juice, red guava juice. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Thank you, Martin.
Oh, and here we go.
Alright, towel please.
Thank you. You've got to love a good hot towel. Well folks, we're settling in nicely here with our guava juice. Probably a good chance now to take you through a quick seat tour before we get settled in for takeoff. Well, as you can see, we've got a really good sized screen in front of us here, and we've got this wonderful table that you release like that, and it comes down like that, and then probably the biggest table I've ever seen on a seat in an airplane that I've experienced, I should say. There are lots of storage spaces as well. I got a little space down there for something. Here we've got this space here. They've given us a nice bottle of aviation. Got our controls there for the telly. We've got one USB and a power socket, another USB, and there I guess we plug in our headphones when they arrive. Actually, they're probably here somewhere, we just haven't found them yet. And a pair of slippery dipperies. Pair of slippers for you. Oh, over here we've got the seat controls here. Check this out. You can dim your light. I could literally do this the whole flight. And in here's another little storage area. These are my bits and bobs for charging and devices and stuff like that. So I keep them handy. And look, the vomit bag has the China Airlines branding. And this here is a little reading light. Later on, of course, we're going to check out the chair, see what it does, get it flat. Otherwise, that's it for now. I haven't seen the headphones yet. Anyway, I guess the next thing is to get comfy. That's going. I guess that means all the business class are on board. So we're probably not that far away from pushing back. So hopefully we can make up a little bit of lost time, starting boarding about 35 minutes late. Oh, and here comes the menu. This can be the most exciting part of the trip for some people. The menu. Crikey, it is getting serious. Looks like we're almost ready to go. That was a very quick boarding. So it looks like we get dinner. It's going to be a very late second dinner for me, but I have to try the food. They've got a filet mignon with garlic béarnaise sauce, baked potatoes and cheese, seasonal vegetables. Sounds pretty good. If you're into seafood, they've got lobster with mapo tofu and rice. So they've got some really nice options here. And then we've got breakfasts where I'll probably have baked eggs with aubergine and meat sauce, bacon, mini waffles. Well folks, there's a lot to get excited about when it comes to the food on this flight too. I haven't been on board 15 minutes and we are backing off. Well folks, we are up, we're still heading up, but I can't show you much out of the window. Unfortunately, they didn't really dim the lights. They usually dim them off, but today they have, I mean they weren't bright, but they were on, and so I was getting quite a lot of reflection in the double glass pane there. But anyway, we're up and away. If you're wondering why it's called China Airlines, don't get it confused with Air China. China Airlines have a much better reputation than Air China, and they're based in Taiwan. They are not based in mainland China. Also, they said that the flight time was 8 hours 30, so I presume that means we've got a bit of a tailwind behind us. I'd almost want a longer flight just to give you a better chance of sleeping. Okay, well look what's been delivered. It's the Amenity Kit. A North Face pencil case. I can actually do with that. Who makes these things? Yeah? These comb brush things. Any better? They're in every amenity kit though you can find. Earplugs, toothbrush and toothpaste, a cord, branded China Airlines, some creams including sanitizing lotion and hand cream, and an eye mask. I'm still not sure where the headphones are. I like the container though. Good packaging. Well, we just hit a little bit of turbulence, so I don't know if the service will continue, but here we have the starts of a meal. And we got a little bit of salad and a little bit of garlic bread. Okie dokie, well here we go. We've got a little bit of filet mignon with a little dressing, and I think that's a bit of potato and cheese. Anyway, let's see what the business class offering is like on this flight. It's pretty nice, and it's not big, which is probably good because, you know, I'm having 2 dinners here. You don't expect a dinner when you fly out at 11:30, do you? I guess you do. It's pretty nice. Decent business class food. Okay, before I try to get a bit of sleep, you know where you gotta go. That means it's time. Toilet time. Well, for starters, there's special music just for the toilet, so that makes my toilet time extra special. Here we are. Well, you know, it's not huge, but it's got a mirror that reminisces, which reminds me of Hollywood a bit. I've got headphone hair, cups, sprays. There you go. I don't know that there's anything particularly special about the business class one over the economy class one on this, but it's small, but it's not super small actually. It's a reasonable size. Anyway, look, honestly, this is toilet time. I show you what the toilet's like. What else are you gonna know? What else can you see? This is it. Toilet time. There's a toilet for you. Well, folks, it's time to attempt some sleep. We are presently over the Philippines right now, and we have an estimated 6 hours until we get there. And frankly, between you and me, I'd like to sleep as much of them as possible. I mean, I'd be happy to wake up 4 minutes before touchdown. But they don't let that. They wake you up and make you eat breakfast. Anyhow, time to show you the going of the flatness of this here seatbed thing. Firstly, we raise the legs, which you can't even see, but you have to trust me on that. There you go, folks. Good night. Well, as they say, good morning. I think I got about 3 hours sleep. I slept alright, it's just that they turned the lights on again, and so before I knew it, I was awake. But I slept 3 hours, probably out of 4 that I tried to sleep, so it's something. And they've already given us breakfast, which is here. Just see if we give a little look at what's available for breakfast. Here's Western breakfast, sort of egg creation really, plus a quiche. So if you like your egg creations, well, there you go. A little bit of bacon, some mini pancakes, croissant, some fruit, and some yogurt or something. And I guess we should have a look outside. I'm just warning you, I did open the window before and got absolutely blinded. But we are about an hour 45 from Melbourne. And there we go. About 10 minutes ago we were passing Alice Springs according to the map. This window is probably facing east, so it definitely is actually. There you go, a little look at Australia as we pass over. It's been slightly bumpy here and there, otherwise an uneventful flight, which is what you want. It's the kind of flight you're after. The Australian government always likes the airlines to play this special video telling you don't do this, don't do that, because of biosecurity laws, which are pretty tight, to be fair. By my reckoning, we have about 30 minutes till we land, so yeah, we're just sort of all getting ready. I guess we've started descent probably already. Let's check outside for the blinding vision. Oh god. There we go. Oh, we'll be over Victoria by now. Only about 8 hours 30, I think, is the total time that we would have spent in the air. We took off at about midnight, and it looks like we're getting in at 10:31, and there's a 2-hour delay. Yeah, 8 hours and a half. Don't forget to click like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow. And if you click the little bell icon, well, then you can get notified when the next video drops. Also, if I didn't mention it before, right here in the armrest, this armrest is the headphones, which I had missed initially. And very decent noise cancelling headphones too. Very impressed. And I've been watching Barry season 4 in my non-sleeping time, and generally didn't have a great selection. Wasn't an Emirates when it comes to selection, but it wasn't a bad selection either. Yeah, it was alright. It was pretty decent selection for entertainment, although I didn't even scroll through the movies. Quite a variety of country of origin where the stuff came from, and a number of travel videos there to pique your interest. But as I look at the screen, it's 24 minutes and we have started our descent, because a couple of minutes ago we were about 1700 metres higher. Well folks, welcome to Melbourne Tullamarine Airport, and how great to have such a beautiful morning to arrive and such great vision out the window there. Usually I seem to be, all the flights I've reviewed into Melbourne have all been at night, I think. So it's good to have a day one to show you what it's like. Well folks, another flight completed here. This has been China Airlines, and I've got to say it's a very easy, comfortable flight through Taiwan. definitely recommend their business class. It's not absolute top of the shelf, but it is a very, very, very good product. And I guess I will be completing this review a little later once I get home and I can wake up properly. And as you can see, I've made it home safely. It's a few days later, but it's time for final thoughts nevertheless. And let's talk about China Airlines and their business class experience. I was very happy, very comfortable in business class on China Airlines. They had a very comfortable space, a very spacious space, lovely big screen, reasonable choice of entertainment. The food was really, really good, and there was a good selection there. So, I mean, that's what you expect in business class, but they delivered, and that's the main thing. You know, I've taken a few business class flights now over the last sort of year and a half, all with points, and it's very hard to split them, to be perfectly honest. And China Airlines delivered an excellent experience. The cabin staff did a great job. They weren't really super enthusiastic towards you, which is absolutely fine. But you knew that if you needed anything, you just asked and you would get it, really, basically. So I think that's all you really want. That's all you really need in business class from the staff. All in all, I'd have to say that China Airlines business class experience was really good, and hard to really fault. I was glad that that's how I chose to use my 75,000 Qantas points. Thank you so much for joining me back home in Australia now. Thank you if you've stuck through me through all these vlogs. I've had an amazing and incredibly busy vlogging time in Japan and Korea, and even a little bit in Taipei. And so I'm not sure, as I film this little outro and final thoughts, what my next travel plans are. Who knows what the plans will be. Thank you for joining me so much on this little trip. I really appreciate this support. Wherever you are in the world, take care, look after yourself. May the journey never end.